So thank you for joining today's demo session. So before starting, let me give you my short intro. So I am having around 13 plus years of experience in life science industry. I started my career in QA, but then I shifted to CSV. So in my career, I have worked on multiple CSV and data migration projects. And presently, I am working as a CSV lead in one of the medical device company. So in today's session, what we are going to do is we are just going through the basic terminologies in CSV. We will learn what is mean by CSV, what is the CSV current condition, what will be the CSV future, where we can find the job, and how we can make a career in CSV. Okay. So before starting the session, I would like to mention that this course is designed for individuals or person who wants to make a career in CSV. So this course is not like department specific or IT pharma specific. If you are a fresher or if you are an experienced professional, this course is for you. So whether you are from IT background or pharma background, it doesn't matter. If you are planning to make a career in CSV, this course is suitable for you. So let's see first where we can make a career in CSV or where we can apply or where CSV expert demand is there. So first of all, if you are a CSP expert, you can apply in a pharma industry, you can apply in a clinical industry, or you can also apply in a medical device industry. So these are the three industries where we can apply, because in these industries, as per regulatory requirement, if we are using any application or software, that software should be validated. So that's the reason CSV expert is required in these industries. Then we can also apply in IT software industry, because they are going to provide software to these life science companies. So they also require CSV expert to ensure that the product or software that they develop is meeting the life science requirements. So that's the reason they also require CSV experts. And then we can also apply in consulting industries like TCS or Infosys. So nowadays these consulting industries, TCS, Infosys, they are providing consulting services to many life science industries like Novartis, Bristol Myers Squibb, Novo Nordisk. So these TCS, Infosys providing consulting CSV consulting services to these industries. So we can also apply in these industries. So if you are good at CSV or if you are having a good CSV skill, you can apply in these industries, and there are plenty of job options are available in these industries as of now. So in these industries, we can apply. Also, computerized system validation, a current hotspot of industry. So currently CSV is a hotspot in life science industry, because if you see every organization going from paperless to digitalization, they are moving from manual process to auto online process. And if you see in every pharma organization, there are at least 2 to 3 digitalization projects are going on. And to implement, to deploy all these digitalization projects, CSV person is required. And without validation or without validation, we cannot implement these projects. So that's the reason CSV expert is required in these industries. So that's the reason CSV is a hotspot in life science industry. Yes. So this is the current situation. So what will be the CSV future? So this industry 4.0 and pharma 4.0 will tell you about what will be the future of CSV. So this industry 4.0 and pharma 4.0, these are nothing but industry revolutions. So if you see industry 1.0 or the first revolution, this was began in the 18th century with the use of steam power, like with the use of mechanization. Industry 1.0 revolution happened. And during this revolution, transition from manual labor work to machine based product or manufacturing happened in industry 1.0. Then next revolution, industry 2.0 revolution happened in the 19th century. with the discovery of electricity and assembly lines, and which lead to the further automation of manufacturing processes, manufacturing lines, and making manufacturing more faster and more efficient. And then next industry revolution, industry 3.0 revolution happened in the 20th century with the innovation in electronics and computers, and which leads to the introduction of computers and automation in manufacturing industries or in manufacturing processes. And with the help of these electronics and computers, industry 3.0 revolution happened. And now we are in the industry 4.0 revolution. So we have not implemented this industry 4.0 completely. We are in the transition from industry 3.2 to industry 4.0. This revolution is in transition. We are slowly moving to industry 4.0 revolution. And this industry 4.0 revolution consists of various key technologies like augmented reality and virtual reality, additive manufacturing, cyber security, cloud computing, AI. There is a lot of buzz around AI nowadays. Then advanced robotics and Internet of Things. So these are all the key technologies which which will enable industry 4.0 revolution. And to implement all these technologies or to deploy all these technologies, we will need a CSV person. Or to implement all these digitalization projects, there will be a CSV expert will be required, because in life science industry, without validation, we cannot implement any software. So this will tell us about industry 4.0. Also, this industry 4.0 will be like a game changer, because this industry 4.0 will change the way the manufacturing or the manufacturing of products will be done. So that's the reason industry 4.0 will be a game changer, and to implement all these technologies, CSV person is required. Okay, so first we will discuss what is mean by a computer system. So this is the definition of a computer system: computer hardware components assembled to perform in a conjunction with a set of software programs which are collectively designed to perform a specific function or group of function. So computer system is nothing but like a combination of computer hardware and then a software. So it's a combination of hardware and software, and collectively it will be called as a computer system. And then hardware may consist of like CPU, server, and then software may also consist of like our software, middleware, operating system. So all these will be collectively considered as a computer system. Then we will see a definition of a computer system, because we are not calling it as a computer system validation. We are calling it as a computerized system validation. So we will see what is mean by a computerized system. A computerized system collectively controls the performance and execution of one or more automated processes or functions. It includes computer hardware, software, peripheral devices, networks, and documentation. For example, such as manuals and SOPs, and as well as personal interacting with this hardware and software. So this computerized system is a combination of hardware, then software, then it also includes peripheral devices. Peripheral devices are nothing but our HMIs, PLCs, or if there are any pressure sensors, temperature sensors, printers, all these will be considered as peripheral devices. Then it also includes networks. Then it also includes documentation, like if there are any SOPs, operating instructions, manuals. And then finally, the person who is interacting with this hardware and software. So collectively, all this will be considered as a computerized system. So computer system only consists of hardware and software, but computerized system consists of a hardware, software, then peripheral devices, networks, documentation, and the person interacting with that hardware and software. That will be called as a computerized system. Okay, so now we will see the definition of a validation. So validation is nothing but establishing a documented evidence that provides a high degree of assurance that a specific process will consistently produce a product meeting its predetermined specification and quality attributes. So first of all, validation means it should be a documented evidence. So there is a saying in pharma like if it's not documented, it's not done. So everything related to validation activities shall be documented. Next, it should provide assurance that a specific process will consistently produce a product meeting its predetermined specification and quality attributes. So we will be having some predetermined specifications or some requirements. So like if we say, if we are manufacturing a tablet, so for this manufacturing of a tablet, we will be having some predetermined specifications or requirements. Like I will be having predetermined specification that my tablet should be around 500 mg in weight. My tablet should be in round in shape. My tablet should be in white in color. So these are all our predetermined specification. And my manufacturing process should produce all the tablets within this predetermined specification. Then and then only I can say that my manufacturing process is under validated state. So this is nothing but a validation. And our manufacturing process should produce all those tablets consistently, means all tablets should produce within this predetermined specification. Then and then only we can say that our process is under validated state. Okay, so now we will see the definition of a computerized system validation. So computerized system validation is establishing a documented evidence which provides a high degree of assurance that a computerized system will consistently produce results that meets its predetermined specification and quality requirements. So here we are saying my computerized system application or software will consistently produce results that meets its predetermined specification. So these predetermined specifications are nothing but our expectations from this that's require from that specific software or my requirements, and my application should work as per these requirements or as per my expectation. And that software should behave or should work as per my requirements consistently. Like consistently is important because it should not be like that that application sometimes is working within my specification and sometimes it's not working. So then we cannot say that our system is validated. The software should work consistently as per my predetermined specification. Then and then only we can say that my computerized system is under validated state. And then it's a process of achieving and maintaining compliance with applicable GXP regulations and fitness for intended use of computerized system. So with validation, we are also achieving compliance with regulatory agencies, and also we are also verifying its fitness for intended use, because as per various regulatory agencies, required system should be validated. It's mandatory. So if we are performing computerized system validation, then we are also maintaining a compliance with applicable GXP regulations. And with CSV, we are also ensuring that fitness for intended use of that computerized system. So this is nothing but a computerized system validation. So now we are performing computerized system validation but why we should perform a validation, why it's required? So majorly there are four major reasons we should perform a computerized system validation. So first one is the to prevent software bugs from reaching to production system. So if there are any bugs or defects or any discrepancies in our application, so we can detect those bugs or defects during validation phase before going live or before deploying that particular application in production system. So we can use this validation phase to identify if there are any bugs, defects. So that's the reason we should perform a validation. Then second one is to avoid serious consequence that might arise due to incorrect software functioning. So if we don't detect these bugs or defects, it may lead to the incorrect software functioning, and that will have direct impact on product quality, patient safety, because these applications will be used in the life science industries, and if those applications are not working correctly, they might be having serious consequence on the product quality or on patient safety. That's the reason validation is required. Then it's a regulatory requirement, like US FDA, MHRA, TGA, CDSCO. These all regulators want, if you are using any application or if you are using any software in life science industries, those software should be validated. So it's a regulatory requirement, it's a mandatory requirement. And then it gives us assurance that the developed software will function accurately and will produce results as intended, to implement control of operation that are critical to, sorry, yeah, that are critical to quality and patient safety. So it also, validation also gives us assurance that the specific software will function accurately and will produce results as intended. So these are the major four reasons we should perform a validation. Okay, so these are the topics which we are going to cover in our course. Like, we will learn about software validation, we will also learn about infrastructure qualification, how we should qualify a underlying infrastructure. Then we will also learn about servers, platforms. We will also learn about cloud-based systems like software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. Then we will also learn about different databases, Oracle database, SQL database, and then we will also learn about Excel sheet validation. Because if you are using any Excel sheet in life science companies, we cannot use those Excel sheets directly. Those Excel sheets should be validated. Then and then only we can use those Excel sheets. So we will also learn about spreadsheet validation. Then we will also learn about different SDLC models, software development lifecycle models. So developers will use any of these SDLC models like waterfall model, V model, agile model, DevOps models, spiral methodology, rapid application development model, and incremental SDLC model. So developer will use any of these SDLC model, but we are not going to learn how to develop a software, but we will learn how to validate the system if developer has used any of these SDLC model. So if developer has used any of this SDLC model, we should know how to validate that particular application, and that we will learn in our course. So here we will discuss about first waterfall model. So in waterfall model, first we will be creating a URS, or first we will be gathering all the requirements. Once we collected or once we finalize the requirements, then those requirements will be shared with the vendor. Then vendor will perform review and vendor will perform analysis. Once vendor completes the analysis, then they will start designing that particular application or software. Once the design is completed, then the development or coding of that particular software will start it. Once the coding or development is completed, then the tester will perform the testing. And once the testing is completed, or once after successful completion of the testing, then that particular application will be deployed or implemented in the production system. So this is the waterfall model. So this waterfall model is having some limitations, like this model is not flexible. Like if you see, before starting next phase, I have to complete the previous step. Like if you have to start the analysis phase, then in that case, first requirement gathering phase should be completed. Or say like if I have to start testing, before starting the coding or development of that particular application should be completed. So to start the next phase, previous step must be completed. And this model is also not a that much flexible, or there is little room, or there is no any room for revisiting the previous phase. Like if you see like requirement gathering, I have first gathered all the requirements, I have finalized, and then I have started analysis phase, then I have started design phase. But now during design phase, if I have to modify some requirements, or if I have to add some new requirements in this waterfall model, I cannot do that. This waterfall model is not flexible. So this is the limitation of a waterfall model. Then next one is the V model. So this V model forms a V shape. That's the reason we are calling it as a V model. So under V model, first we will create a validation plan, then URS, functional specification, architecture, design specification, and basis on these specification, software will be developed. Once the software is developed, then the installation qualification, functional testing, operational qualification, or requirement testing, PQ will be performed. So under IQ, we will verify the architecture design specification. In OQ, we will verify the functional specification, and in PQ, we will verify the URS. Once all this testing is completed successfully, then we will prepare a validation summary report. So this in validation report, we will summarize all the validation deliverables, all the results of validation activities, and then after completion or after approval of the validation summary report, we will deploy that application in production system, or that particular system will be released for the end users for their day-to-day routine operation. And that phase will be called as a operational phase. So this operational phase may be for like say 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. This operational phase is the longest phase. And like say after 10 years, we decided that now we don't want to use that particular system. So in that case, what we can do, we will retire this particular system. But since that particular system will be having data, that particular system will be having some GXP data. So in that case, we cannot directly retire that particular application. So first we have to migrate the data, and then we have to perform retirement activity to ensure that all the data is migrated, and then only we can retire that particular system. So this is nothing but a V model. Then coming to the next agile SDLC model. So some of you may have heard about agile SDLC. So now we will see how to validate a software if agile SDLC is used. So the agile SDLC consists of multiple sprints. Like here, if you see, there are multiple sprints: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this here you can see there are 5 sprints, and this each sprint runs or lasts for around 2 to 4 weeks. So this each sprint will run for 2 to 4 weeks. And after completion of this fourth week, this sprint will get automatically closed. And each sprint is also having some product backlog. So if you see, this is nothing but a product backlog. And this product backlog is nothing but our collection of requirements, or I can say URS. So this product backlog is nothing but a collection of requirements or URS. And for this sprint, we will collect some fixed number of requirements from this product backlog. So for each sprint, we will be taking some requirements from this product backlog. Then developers will start developing, start testing all these requirements. And at the end of this sprint, the requirements will be released, or those requirements will be implemented. So say in the first sprint, we have there were 100 requirements. So for this sprint, we have taken 20 requirements. So then developers will work on these 20 requirements. They will test, and after successful completion of the testing, all these 20 requirements will be released. So the remaining 80 requirements will be carried forward to the next sprint. So again, before starting the sprint, so under these 80 requirements, so end user or customer, they may add some new requirements, like say they have added 10 requirements, and from these 20 requirements during development and testing, under this first sprint, we were only able to implement only 10 requirements. So only out of 20 requirements, only 10 requirements will be implemented, and the remaining 10 requirements will be again carry forward to the next sprint. So again here it will be 100 requirements. So again, basis on the priority, basis on the efforts required, again we will take some fixed number of requirements from the for this sprint. Again, developers will develop, test, and again they will implement these requirements. And again the remaining requirements will be carry forward. And this sprint will go on till all the requirements were completed. So this is nothing but a agile method. So here if you see, this is a product backlog. There are 100 requirements. So for there were 100 requirements, and from these 100 requirements we have taken 20 requirements for this specific sprint, and this sprint will be uh, will be last long for 1 to 4 weeks. So at the end of this fourth week, this sprint will get end, and the number of requirements which we develop will be implemented. So say like this, for this sprint we have taken 20 requirements. So these developers will start testing and developing these requirements. Then we will be having stakeholder demo or customer demo session. So during this session, we will demo whatever requirements we develop or whatever features we develop. So we will present a demo to the customer. So in Agile, we will be having in constant touch with the customer, or we will be getting constant feedback from customer. So during this demo session, we will provide some demo. Then basis on that demo, customer will provide some feedback, or they will suggest that I want this some modification, or sometimes they will call it as okay, the required or develop requirements are fine. So basis on that, next team retrospective meeting will be happening. So under this team retrospective meeting, we will be discussing what went well during this sprint, what didn't go well, or where we can improve. So all these activities we can improve, we can discuss. And at the end of this team retrospective meeting, the finally these requirements will be implemented. And again, this cycle will go on. We will again, next sprint will start. We will take some new requirements, and again tester will test, develop. Again, stakeholder demo session will be happening. Again, team retrospective meeting will be happening. And at the end of this sprint, those requirements will be implemented, and this cycle will go on. So this is nothing but a agile SDLC. So it may look slightly tough currently, but we will discuss in more detail, in more depth about agile SDLC and how to validate a software if developer has used agile SDLC. So that we will discuss in more detail in our class. Okay, so these are the some additional topics we are going to cover in our CSV course, like high level risk assessment, which consists of GXP assessment, ERES assessment, criticality assessment, SOX assessment, confidentiality assessment, then how we should categorize the software based upon a GAMP guideline that we will learn. Then we will also learn about supplier assessment, because the supplier assessment will be slightly different from our raw material or some API raw material supplier assessment, because here we are performing a software supplier assessment. Then we will be also discussing about V model, agile model. Then we will also learn about validation of Excel sheets. Then we will also learn about infrastructure qualification. Then we will learn about how to draft a validation plan and validation report. What are the contents of validation plan and reports? Then various specifications overview like URS, functional specification, design specification, configuration specification. Then we will also learn about quality risk assessment, how to perform a functional risk assessment. Then we will be also learning IQ, OQ, PQ, UAT, and regression testing. Then we will be also discussing learning about electronic record and electronic signature assessment. Then we will also learn about how to perform a system retirement and data migration. And we will also learn about various other topics related to CSV. So there are some technical aspects also to learn, like electronic records and electronic signature, audit trail, user authorization, cloud-based system. Like nowadays, all companies are migrating from in-premise, on-premise to cloud-based systems. So we will also learn about cloud-based systems and their validation approach, how to validate an application. Then we will be also learning about IT security like penetration testing, threat modeling, SAST and DAST. Then we will also learn about 21 CFR Part 11 requirements, EU Annex 11 requirements, then QMS requirements like change control, deviation, incident, and risk management. Then business continuity management, it includes disaster recovery plan, business continuity plan, and carbon recovery plan. Then data migration, data security, and data validation. Then backup and restore, and various type of backup strategies like hot backup, cold backup, full backup, incremental backup, and differential backup. And we will also learn about how to perform a data archival and retrieval. Yeah, and these are the some additional topics like computer software assurance approach. So nowadays companies are adopting the CSA approach. So we will learn about CSA approach, how to implement this CSA approach. So all this we are going to learn in our CSV course. Then we will also learn about virtual machine, what are what is mean by virtual machine, then what is mean by RPO and RTO, then what are the different types of servers like application server, database server, web server, Excel sheet validation, what is mean by open system and closed system, and we will also learn about data integrity, Alcoa principles. Yeah, then you will be also getting hands-on experience on two test management tools. Then you will be also getting hands-on experience on two test management tools like Jira software. Then one document management tool, 3 to 4 projects we are going to cover in our CSV course. We will be also assigning you one project so that you can complete that one project. Then after completion of each and every assessment topic, we will be conducting a assessment to check your understanding. And then at the end of the course, we will be also providing you a automatic certificate with 2D code after you pass the exam with 70% passing marks. So we will be also providing you a automatic certificate with 2D code. And with this 2D code, anyone can validate that or anyone can authenticate that certificate. So as I mentioned, these are the some multi-dimensional opportunities available for CSV. Like we can get a job in pharmaceutical industries. Then we will be also getting opportunities in IT software industries, clinical trial industries, medical device industry, and then consulting industries like TCS, Infosys. Then at the start, you can expect around 20K to 40K salary in India. If you are going abroad, if you are or if you are working abroad, then the salary range will be very much higher. Then you can expect around 40-50% higher relative career growth, like 50% higher than other courses. Then you will be also getting exposure to corporate environment, and you will be also enjoying a 5-day working policy. So this is the uh, career growth in CSV. Like from starting to you can reach up to like associate director, VP, up to these positions. This is the like specific CSV career growth. Then these are the benefits of joining our institute. Like you will be getting hands-on experience on Jira software for handling agile methodology. Then you will be getting free membership for lifetime to avail chat with our lecturer and other members of the same group. So say like after end of this course, if you are having any questions, you can just type in your question and then our lecturer will provide you a response. Then we will be also providing you around 70,000 INR worth material free access at any time with membership for lifetime. Then interview based question and answer free of access. Then we will be also conducting a mock interview class. Then you can join 2 batches with same fees. Then 1 year access for class recordings will be available on site to recall and create your own notes. So after you complete this year's V course, we will be providing you access to class recordings for 1 year. So during this 1 year, you can come back or you can refer all these recordings and you can make your notes. Then we will be also providing you a resume preparation assistance. And at the end of this course, we will be also providing you a CSV certificate with URL authentication. So these are the some additional courses provided by Company Connect Consultancy like CSV course, QA and QC certification course, pharmacovigilance, clinical research, CDMS and medical writing course, equipment qualification, HVAC validation, cleaning validation, water validation and process validation, RA regulatory affairs course and LIMS application details and its validation. So these courses also provided by Company Connect Consultancy. If you are interested or you need any further information, you can contact Company Connect Consultancy. So please get in contact with Company Connect Consultancy. You can reach out to on this number for enrollment, or if you are having any additional questions, you can contact on this number. Yeah, all right. Thank you for joining this today's session. Thank you. Bye bye.